Welcome to the channel, guys, and welcome to some Grounded 2. So I did want to start off this first video by just kind of giving my first impressions of it, what I think about the game overall, and just to dive right into this, guys. This game is absolutely fantastic. It's just as good as the first one so far. I know there's some bugs and stuff that are going on, excuse the pun, but you know, they're going to work it out. This is an early iteration of it. We have a lot to go. We only have a quarter of the map. And within the next year, you know, on their road to kind of like 1.0, we have a lot of content to play here, in my opinion. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and hopefully I can keep going with these videos and, you know, do some videos that you guys want to see. I'd love to talk about base building some more, and this is just a kind of our testing area. We started where everybody starts right now at the beginning of this game. We start right by this little ranger station that's right down here. This is the intro part of the game. And we just kind of started here and just to test out like some buildings, how we were going to do it. And it gets to a point where, you know, you get a base up and then you're going to just tear it down and restart, which is just an incredible part of this game, in my opinion. So first off, let's talk about the story a little bit. So the story for Grounded 1 kind of ties straight into Grounded 2. It's a flow, so what I would recommend, and I'm not going to give any spoilers, I definitely don't want to give any spoilers in this. If you haven't played Grounded 1, you do not have to play it. But what I would recommend is maybe look for a YouTube video or something like that, and maybe go and read the story. That way in Grounded 2, right at the beginning, you kind of know what the history of the story is and what's going on. But however, it's not necessary to actually play the game. It's just if you're somebody who is a little more story driven and kind of want to know what's going on. So that is kind of my 2 cents. That's really all I'm going to talk about of the story, because I do not want to give any real spoilers to it. Okay, let's talk about the gameplay for a little bit, right? And just kind of like the overall kind of overview of the game and what you actually do on it. You know, it is a survival crafting game. So, you know, it's all about, you know, resources and building and upgrading and modifying, and it sounds like it would be something that's grindy, but I assure you it's not as grindy as you might think it would be for a survival crafting game. It feels like it just teeters right on the edge of maybe you're going to get tired of this, and then bam, you know, you have that upgrade. And the cool thing about it is that the individual gameplay, the way they do their resources in the game, takes you all the way across the map. It takes you to different places you probably never seen or might not ever go. So all that crafting type stuff really ties into just the overall of the game, which I think they've done a really nice job of, and it's the way it absolutely should be. You should be exploring every bit a part of this world. With that said, the map, guys, we're going to jump into the map real fast, but the map itself, is not that big for a, you know, the early release here. We only have a quarter of the map, which is really cool. I think they've done a really, really good job on that. Now, y'all can hear the music in the background, which is another thing I would love to mention. The audio, I think, and the audio cues and stuff like that are absolutely fantastic. They've done a really good job so far. I'm looking to see and hear more of that. So the map, like I said, it's only a quarter. You can see right here, you know, this box goes down forever. And there's lots of resources out there that can show you the full of the map. It's really cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with this. I think they're going to, I mean, they have the opportunity to add so many new bugs and critters out there and resources. And this game could like really expand to something great. And you can even see me, I haven't even explored all of the current map. This is the next area we're actually going to hit. Right here, that we're on the fire pit area. So this is a shared game, actually. So lastly, I did want to mention at least some of the base building. As for Grounded, it's one of my favorite aspects of the game, right? I think they do such a good job because just the ability to use the resources, the grass, the weeds, all the different resources, the rocks, making your paths, the clay. They've done such a good job on the resources. Even in Grounded 1, I loved it. This right here is just our test base. We are kind of just testing the building and stuff like that right now, and just seeing what objects we can have along the way and testing how they, you know, go together. And then we're going to start doing some more intricate base building here, which is probably going to be one of my videos. It's one of my favorite videos to actually do. Is I love showing people how to do different things with the building, so stay tuned for that. That will probably be coming in probably a week or two. I want to really get some time into it before I put something out and start showing people how to do that. But yeah, base building, It's incredible. If that's one of your things, this is a great game for those base builders out there. It really opens up for a lot. You can build extremely high and wide, and it's really good. So we won't get too much into that. So one cool feature that got added to Grounded 2 that is absolutely fantastic is the introduction of buggies, right? Funnily named, but I just really wanted to touch on that real fast and show you guys what they are. If you haven't seen them yet, I'm sure you have, but it's a big deal for Grounded 2. You build these little nests, and guys, you get this really early in game, okay? So when you're following the story, you get access to this pretty fast, which is awesome. I love that they do this. They give you the really fun parts of the game early, and then you get to kind of upgrade from there. Anyways, we're just gonna go withdraw buggy. We're gonna get out of here. We get our little ant, and here he is, and you can get on him and ride him around. Now, there are no zip lines, so this is the preferred method of travel if you want to get somewhere fast. You can see right here, he goes really fast. You can traverse pretty fast. Not as quick as the zip lines per se, because you still have to kind of go through the map itself, but they work pretty good. Not to mention, you can fight, you can do this, which is a block, and we're going to go into more detail with this in another video, guys. This is just an overview of the game right now, but you're able to chop down grass, you're able to pick them up, and you're able to carry multiples more than you can with your person, and go, and you can drop them off or stack them. You can even build from your buggies. It's just a really cool addition to this game. So I did want to touch on that for this kind of, first look kind of intro video here. So we're gonna. This is another thing we're probably gonna do a video on and go a little bit more in depth to how things work and what you can actually do with them. So yep, moving on. So guys, what do you actually think about Grounded for so far? For those of you who are playing, what kind of content are you guys looking for as Grounded? Are you looking for content with base building? What would you like to see? Weapons, upgrades, the easiest way to find, material? What kind of stuff exactly are you looking for? I would love to know. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you'd like to see, because I'm definitely going to be making some videos here in the next couple of weeks and trying to do some more content on Grounded. Love this game. It's a lot of fun to play. Jess is probably going to be joining me on this as well, if you're, a longtime channel follower. So, yeah, guys, that is kind of my 2 cents on Grounded. I think it's a fantastic game. I would definitely give it, like, say, an 8.5 out of 10 right now in the current state. We have a lot to go. We have a full year of probably, content that's going to be released, and updates and patches where they are fixing bugs and stuff. So, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's definitely a game if you love the kind of survival crafting and you want something that's a little more on the kind of calm side. It can get kind of hairy, especially if you don't like spiders, but it is a fun little game to play, and it's gigantic and big and will give you hours of fun and content, especially if you have some people to play with. You can play with this game up to 4 players and do combined worlds and bases and all kind of stuff, so it's fantastic, guys. So that's it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. Again, please let me know what you guys are looking for when it comes to like Grounded. If you like space kind of games and other kind of stuff, this is probably definitely going to be the channel for you. I consider this kind of sci-fi myself, as it's kind of like a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids kind of game. So that's why I'm including it on my channel. And it gives me kind of like on the edge of something to play a little different rather than just playing straight sci-fi, cyberpunk space games. So yeah, guys, I appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next video.